What is it? Asked Dr. Paulson. Dr. Therian didn't know. In all his 33 years as an astroarchaeologist, he'd never encountered an artifact quite like this one. It looked like a tiny coffin crossed with a kalimba, said Dr. Evans-Rees, gently rotating the artifact in her hand. Almost like a child's toy, but the 8 metal prongs are suggestive of a musical instrument. Have you tried playing it? Asked Dr. Paulson. That would be a contravention of procedure, Dan, said Dr. Evans-Rees. Our role is to excavate, describe, and deliver with minimal interaction. Or have you forgotten? The first truly alien instrument, mused Dr. Therian. Imagine being the first humans to ever hear it. That would be momentous. We don't know that it's a musical instrument, said Dr. Evans-Rees. That's merely my hypothesis. Even more reason to attempt to play it, said Dr. Paulson. Surely we'd want our description to be as accurate as possible. A smile was beginning to spread on Dr. Evans-Rees' face. There are only 3 of us here. No one else would need ever know, said Dr. Therian. Like the psychedelic brain slug on Scepter 6. Remember that, Charlotte? Asked Dr. Paulson. That was a trip, said Dr. Evans-Rees. And no one even suspected. The slug was unharmed, unchanged, said Dr. Therian. And this isn't a creature. Merely an artifact, said Dr. Paulson. Okay. Just a few notes, said Dr. Evans-Rees, sliding a fingertip down one of the artifact's metal prongs before flicking it, emitting a beautiful tone. Then flicking another, and another, each subsequent tone stranger, more beautiful than the last, until she was playing Beethoven's Ode to Joy. Then she stopped. But the tones remained, repeating in sequence from first to last. Maybe that's enough, said Dr. Therian. I'm not touching it anymore, said Dr. Evans-Rees, and she put the artifact down. They all stared at it. God, I can still hear it. Each note, playing in my head, said Dr. Paulson. Over and over. Mine too, said Dr. Therian. And mine, said Dr. Evans-Rees. For a while it was soothing, pleasant, to hear the music, but after a few hours it became maddening. Make it stop, said Dr. Paulson. How? Play something else. For the second time, Dr. Evans-Rees picked up the artifact and played. However, instead of overriding the first song, after she was done, her second song played in their heads simultaneously with the first. Give me that, barked Dr. Therian, grabbing the artifact from Dr. Evans-Rees' hand. As he did so, one of them inadvertently tapped a prong, generating a hideous, discordant sound, which now began to loop and repeat along with the first and second song, over and over in their heads. Over and over. And dead. All 3. Over, Captain Erlove reported via radio as he entered the astroarchaeological encampment. He noted signs of violence. Suicide. Anything else? Maybe an artifact of some kind. Over. Recover the bodies. Take the artifact. Destroy the camp. Return. Will assess Earthside. Copy. Over.